Hi guys, Marian here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to day 4 postpartum. I just had a baby, y'all. So I thought it would be a good idea to show you guys what postpartum really looks like, because I know from watching so much YouTube that often the first videos you see are like the nursery tour and just like the highlights, and this is a highlight too, but I just wanted to keep it real and be like, this is how I have everything set up for postpartum. I talk about postpartum a lot. I'll get into all that, but I just wanted to show you guys right now, while it's all here, got it going on, what postpartum looks like. But do you want a sneak peek of the baby? Let me show you. There's our baby monitor, and here's our baby. There he is. So he's taking a little pre-bedtime nap. He's the cutest, sweetest, most wonderful, adorable thing in the whole universe, and my heart's going to explode. But let's talk about postpartum. Okay. So here is what I got going on. Again, I think it's so important. Let me just get this out there. We gotta take care of the mamas. The babies are important too, but we gotta take care of the mamas. Giving birth is a huge thing, no matter how it happens or how it goes. I've had my labor, deliveries, and births get easier and easier, but even this one, which is my thankfully easiest so far and easiest postpartum recovery, is still a lot. And my first birth, which was a very traumatic experience, and I had a very hard postpartum, I wish I had been prepared as I am now. So even though this most recent one was the easiest of them, I know that being this set up and prepared, obviously mentally helps as well to be prepared to know what's coming, has made a huge difference. So I want to help anyone out there get ready to go. Okay, let's get into it. So first things first is this little corner. This is everything I need for the daily postpartum care. One is a towel. That's not our regular towel, because our regular towels are white and I'm still bleeding a lot, so I'm using our pool towels. This is a Sitz Bath. You put it on top of the toilet with warm water in it. You can add Epsom Salts and it helps heal your stitches. Everyone tears. Let me know in the comments down below. Did anyone you know or yourself not tear? I think it's like very rare not to tear, even just a little bit. The Sitz Baths really help. I actually have been going in our regular tub. My doctor approved it, but I still use the Sitz Bath at least like twice a day, and I often put the Epsom salts in. Feels so good. Okay, and I use these Depends, whatever they're called, instead of the hospital underwear, only because I don't have that many pairs of the hospital underwear. I'm wearing some right now. I think it's my last pair. They're just mesh. I mean, it ain't pretty, but that's what it is. You can wear regular underwear if you want to get blood all over it. Otherwise, use Depends or the hospital underwear. They'll give you extras. And then inside the underwear, I'll use a pads. I'm actually already down to the small pads, which is literally a miracle. But they come in all sizes. This is the largest one when you first give birth. There's a lot of bleeding. It's not even from the stitches. I didn't understand that the first time I gave birth. It's literally like the uterus and everything shrinking down causes blood. Okay, the hospital gave me this time to spray on my pads, but it's kind of the same like deal as Tucks, which are these Medicated Pads. They're little round circles. Let me see if I can open it. They're these little circles, and you put them on top of the pad, and they have like a cooling effect and healing effect for your stitches. This smell is the smell of postpartum to me. I don't even mind it, but that's like such a signature smell. Okay, and then I have hemorrhoids. I had them before I even gave birth this time, which is lovely. So I have ointment I think I have prescription and over-the-counter. This is the over-the-counter one. And then I also have some, lanolin is the brand name, but it's nipple cream, because when you start breastfeeding, your nipples are very tender. I'm keeping it real here for you guys. Okay, then over on this section is the like washing and bottles section. So I have a special brush just for the baby bottles. And then I actually am really proud of this. I really only bought one bottle this time. And then this one came with my hand pump. And I'm only using a hand pump because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't need to like build up supply in that way. I also am doing a little bit of supplementing, which I'm gonna make a whole video about, because it's been, I've done everything. My first son, we only breastfed, and it was like this crazy journey. Anyways, this time around, we used a tiny bit of formula right at the beginning. I'll make a whole separate video on it. Anyways, where was I going with that one? So I'm not using a real pump, just a hand pump, which I actually think works better. And the Haka. This is the Haka. You just put it on the breast that you're not breastfeeding on, and it like draws down all the extra milk on the other side, which is really nice. So anyway, I've got that set up, and then this is my peri bottle. After you go to the bathroom each time, you can't wipe yet because of the stitches, so you just put water in here and squeeze it out. So you just fill this with water. Warm water is best, and then just like squeeze it out to wash everything down. I also use baby wipes, but you have to like tap or dab, not wipe. Okay, that's that. Then I have my medicines here. I'm still doing about 1 Tylenol a day, which is pretty good, I think. This is Rescue Remedy. I used it in the hospital because after I give birth, I always get the shakes. That's an aside. I haven't used it since I got home, but it's there. And then this is another absolute essential, Dulcolax or any sort of stool softener. You do not want to be straining during these delicate times. Okay, and then let me show you that in a sec. Inside the actual like bathroom with the toilet, I put down a dark towel because again, there's a lot of blood on the first days, and you don't want to be like bending down and wiping the floor. So I just put a dark towel there, and then those are the wipes I've been using. And then this is a little bonus. When I shower, I put the baby in the DockADot right here so I could see him. I could just look on the monitor if he's in the snoo or whatever like he is now, but I like to just see him right there. So that's what I do. If I'm taking a bath or a shower, I'll just pop him right there. And I almost forgot a giant trash can. And especially if you have dogs, one that they cannot open. There is so much stuff that needs to be thrown away like after every time you go to the bathroom. So I find a giant trash can really helpful. And some extra chargers too, why not? So that is my postpartum setup. The only other thing I want to show you guys is my belly band. I'm not like religious about wearing it. I'll do it like when I feel like it. I feel like it sort of helps. I don't know. I'm whatever about it, but I do wear it sometimes. And also, speaking of postpartum, I had these monitors on my belly, the ones where you can like walk around while you're giving birth. Oh my goodness, when they ripped those off, and they had to rip them off, I'm still in pain from it. And my older son, sometimes when I'm breastfeeding, like my shirt's up, he's like, he doesn't like seeing the little cuts on my belly. He's like, Mom, cover it up. The baby doesn't like those cuts. Anyway, so that's a random story. So that's what postpartum day 4 looks like. Let me just say, for my first birth, I did not look like this. It did not look like this. It was chaos and craziness, and I was barely walking around. So this is like, for me, like a great postpartum experience. But I just want to show you still that there's physical, medical realities to getting through it. And it's important, I think, to share it and know about it, because this blows my mind. We went to the pediatrician for my baby's first checkup of his life, and my husband was like, wow, so like you have to go see the pediatrician, you know, like 2 days or a day or so after you get out of the hospital, and then he has to come back like the next week and the next week, and like they're constantly monitoring the baby. In the hospital, you and the baby are monitored like pretty equally if everything's good. Like every time the nurse comes in, checks your blood, temperature, pulse, like all that stuff, and same with the babies. But as soon as you're discharged, nobody cares about the mom. There's no follow-up for 6 weeks. Meantime, the baby's being checked all the time, which is great, But for the mom, it's like, call if you think you're in an emergency, otherwise see you in 6 weeks, which is just mind-blowing. Anyways, I will be back making regular content pretty soon, I guess, because I guess I'm feeling up to it. But I miss you guys, love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support, as always, on my videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.